Hello YouTube, welcome back. Thought I'd make a video just on, just wanted to talk about a few games that I've been playing. Because it is fun, of course, to discuss, other things besides pickups. So I thought I would give you guys a bit of an insight into what I've been playing recently. I've just chosen 3 games here. I'm going to talk about them briefly and just sort of give you my thoughts and opinions. So the first game I've been playing, and this is a PSP game, and that is, if I can pronounce this correctly, it's Mimana Aya Chronicles. This is the first sort of RPG from my collection that I've been sort of, given a real good go at. Because as most of you probably know, I'm not a big RPG fan, but I do want to get into them. So I thought I'd start with this one, mainly because the combat is in real time, so it's easy for me to get into, as opposed to like turn-based combat, which is quite tricky for me. I don't quite understand it as well, because I find myself, when I go into certain turn-based battles, my ass gets handed to me and I don't know what to do, because it looks like I'd probably have to grind a bit more. I mean, you still have to grind in this game, but it's just more of a struggle. So I thought, this is a good way of easing me into the genre at least. I'm still treading familiar ground while, of course, trying to get used to the RPG format of playing. But this game here is actually a really, really cool game. The story is, for the moment, I'm still fairly early into this game. I mean, of the 3 games I've got here, this is probably the one I've played the least. I've only like spent, just an hour or so into it, so I'm still very, very early into the game. Just trying to learn the mechanics of the game. Trying to find my way around, build up my experience points, and it's a fun game. I'm definitely enjoying it. I mean, at least at this point, I don't have much to say on it in terms of the game, because like I say, I'm not very far into it, but I do like the combat. It does switch into a nice sort of 2D mode, and it plays a lot like a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up. You can actually move around the screen freely, and you fight your enemies. Of course, if you miss, it will say that you've missed, and you sort of gain experience points and magic potions, and you have to heal your comrades, and like it follows a lot of the traditional RPG tropes, but it's definitely one I'm enjoying, but it's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not used to the RPG format, so it's I'm enjoying it, but I'm not an RPG fan, so I'm still just sort of trying to get into it slowly but surely. So some of it can be quite tedious, especially the random encounters, because you just sort of walk around for a little bit and then you find yourself in a battle out of nowhere, which can get very repetitive. But I mean, it's fun, and I do like the look of the characters, and I'm hoping that the story will evolve into something very interesting. So yeah, so I'm enjoying this one for sure. Next one I have here, this is a Game Boy Advance game, and it's definitely one that I've had so much fun with, and that is Drill Dozer. This is a very cool 2D platform game, where you sort of play as a girl that controls a mechanical drilling robot, and the object of the game is to basically make your way through the levels, and you sort of drill your way through barriers, and you get different drills so you can get through certain parts of the levels. You also use the drill to sort of hook to other machinery, so you can move across platforms and such, and it's a really fun game. I've really enjoyed this one, and it has that feel, that very sort of how do I put it? That sort of cartoony, whimsical feel, like a lot of the games that are made by Treasure, for example. This is not a Treasure game, but when you play a game like Gunstar Heroes, or even something more whimsical like McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, or if you play games like Rise Star, just there's this very colourful sort of platformy games, very cartoony, upbeat sort of games. It has that kind of feel to it. It's definitely one of those games that just sort of reminds you of how good video games are, and why a lot of people enjoy platformers. I mean, you know, this is a great sort of, I don't know, but I get a good feeling playing this game. It's definitely one that I'm very much enjoying. I highly recommend this game, guys, if you can find it. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, what more can I say? I'm hooked to it. You know, it's not too difficult. You know, it's not too hard. You can work your way through the levels. It's got some excellent graphics, and it's just a very fun, enjoyable 2D platform game. And finally, guys, this is a game for the PlayStation 3. I bought it not too long ago, and it's the first game in the series that I've actually played all the way through, and that is the latest Tomb Raider game. And I have to say, I loved this game. This game was excellent. I mean, the story was nothing to write home about, but it is such a well-made game. I really did enjoy this one. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Tomb Raider series, the early games. I never could get into them. But this one follows more the format of the Uncharted series, and those games I loved. I love the Uncharted series, and this very much follows that style of game, and it is so much fun. It plays really well. Graphically, it's beautiful, and it was just one of those games. It just drew me in, and they really nailed the gameplay down, which I think was important. I think for me, that's what would have made or broken this game, would have been just the gameplay, because I used to think that the gameplay in Uncharted was excellent, but I think this game is slightly better in terms of gameplay. I felt that some of the shootouts were a little bit better in this one, though the only thing I didn't like was the cover system in this game. I like being able to sort of approach a wall and being able to press a button, then you sort of go for cover. Whereas this one, you sort of know when you're coming up to a battle, because the character will automatically sort of hide behind the wall, so you don't actually cover behind the wall yourself. It sort of does it automatically. Some may like that, but I didn't. I like being in control of that kind of thing. But the weapons were great. Although you do find that the bow and arrow is probably the best weapon in this game, and you for the most part stick with the bow and arrows. But I like the fact that you can reclaim your arrows from the dead bodies, and the way you sort of build up your character, it's really good, and it's just a fantastically well made game. Though saying that, though, I did encounter a couple of glitches. The first one being that during one of the action scenes, the game did freeze on me, but fortunately, it made a checkpoint before it got into the scene, so I had to reset my console and start it again. But it started at just the scene, so I didn't have to start the whole level again. So I was glad about that, because I would have been fuming. And the second thing I came across was when I was trying to find my way to the next mission, I automatically went to the wrong place, and I sort of scaled this very high wall, and in turn went on a crane, which I'd already been through before earlier in the game, and I thought maybe I had to go back there. But when I realised I got to a certain point and tried to make a leap, I couldn't get any further, so I tried to make my way back, only to find that it was not easy to get back down. Every time I tried to get back down the wall, I kept dying. And I tried to reset it at the last checkpoint, but it kept starting me at the top of the cliff, at the top of the wall. So I couldn't get back down. I was getting worried. I thought I might have to start the game all over again because I was stuck. Fortunately, I discovered like a little ledge, and then just sort of very clumsily, since I made my way down to a lower ledge, I was able to sort of jump down without actually killing off my character, and carry on with the game. But aside from that, this is definitely a really good game, and I highly recommend it, guys. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, just a brilliant game. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just sort of nice to talk about games other than just sort of buying games. Let's talk about the games I've been playing. I have been playing other games as well, just playing a few games on my Mega Drive, my Super Nintendo, just more sort of pick up and play games. But these three were the ones that I'm sort of putting a bit more time into. But anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. Of course, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, so please leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are playing as well. I'd be very interested to see or to hear what you guys are playing as well. And if you've played any of the games that I have here, let me know what you think of them. So that's it guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye bye.